Alright class, so here you have problem number 10 from homework section 2.5, which asks us to simplify or evaluate 4 times the quantity 1/4 plus 1/3 plus 4. And I'm going to do this using my order of operations, which I've laid out in red. So let's begin, and we will begin by performing the parentheses first. So let's focus on those parentheses, and the parentheses tell us to add 1/4 plus 1/3. So I'm going to come over to the side and do that. 1/4 plus 1/3. And remembering my addition rules, in order to do this, I need a common denominator, which would be 12. So let's convert both denominators to 12 and come back and figure out what the numerators change to. Well, how many 4s does it take to get to 12? That's 3. So I'm going to multiply this fraction by 3/3, and that's going to give me 3/12. How many 3's does it take to get to 12? Well, that's 4. So we'll multiply this fraction, the 1/3, by 4/4. And that will give me 4/12. So adding my like denominators here, I get 7/12. So let's go back to our problem and replace the parentheses with the 7/12. So we still have our 4. We know that 1/4 plus 1/3 is now equal to 7/12, so we replace there. And we still have our plus 4. We haven't done any of this yet. So now let's follow our order of operations. We did the parentheses already. We don't have any exponents. However, we do have multiplication with our 4 and our 7/12. So let's do that next. So we're going to identify that. And again, I'm going to come over to the side and do that. 4 times 7/12. Well, as always, the whole number 4, we can put it over 1. And we will multiply this out. 4 times 7 is 28. 12 times 1 is 12. Now, I wouldn't have to do this, but it might make my math a little easier. I can actually reduce this fraction. I'm going to go ahead and do so before I come back and continue working out my order of operations. So I notice that both 28 and 12 are divisible by 4. So I will reduce this fraction down, or simplify this fraction. And when I divide by 4, 28 divided by 4 is 7. And 12 divided by 4 is 3. So it turns out that 4/1 times 7/12 is equal to 7/3. So let's go back and we will replace that with 7/3. And the last thing we need to do is add this 4. And to do so, again, whole number 4, I'm going to put it over 1. And I'm going to add, remembering, of course, I need a common denominator, and the common denominator here would be 3. So let's convert both denominators to 3. Well, it turns out the 7/3 already had a denominator of 3. So there's no change to the numerator. Some people think of that as a times 1/1, and that's fine. Either way, we're going to get 7/3. And the 4/1, converting that 1 denominator to a 3, well, 1 goes into 3 times, so I need to multiply this fraction by 3/3, and that gives me 12/3. So now I'll add my like denominators, and I will get 19/3. Checking for common factors. Let me change that 3. That 3 didn't come out very great. There we go. So we get 19/3. Checking for some common factors. Nothing goes into 19 and 3, so we are as simplified as we can get. And that 19/3 is our final answer. Okay, class, hope it helps.